Hey Leo, how you doing, guys? Welcome in, welcome back to Gypsy Road Tarot. I have a reading for you guys, the mysteries of my Leos. Leo, I went ahead and pulled some oracles for you over here. The first oracle that I pulled is the High Priestess of Air. This is the number 6. Okay. Leo, this tells us with the High Priestess of Air, and it's funny that I had the moon stone out here, moon on the forehead. Logical thinking, reason, and using your mind to consider the next right action. These are your qualities right now that are being encouraged. Okay. Now's the time to think before you act. You're blessed with a wondrous mind and imagination. Your ability to communicate is enhanced when you meet the High Priestess of Air. This is the moment to have reasonable conversations and make calculated decisions. The bottom of the deck, oof, lust. So we have lust in your energy now, Leo. Um, Beware, because when you toy with this energy, you might possibly become consumed by it. Because there's a fine balance between desire that is pure and the obsession that arises in the insatiable thrill of danger. Somebody could be addicted to danger, the thrill of the chase, or something like that. Be careful that your desire remains good and that your wanting doesn't cause hurt to yourself or another person. It's best that you move cautiously forward. If you're asking about a relationship, which I guess we are now, you may be developing an obsessive fever that will take a long time to recover from, Leo. Ask yourself, what is the nature of your desire? Why do you want this so badly? Beware, there's always a hidden agenda in lust. What is yours? Well, let's find out. I'm going to go ahead and pull some. I think I'm going to use the Fairy Tarot deck and go ahead and pull some energy for that and see what's going on here. I'm going to do past, present, and future for you here, Leo. So give me a few seconds and I will be right back. I hate to shuffle on camera, just takes a lot of time. You can watch previous readings where I have. It's nothing, hocus pocus. It's just the fact that it saves time. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Hang in there. All right, guys, in the recent past energy, we have it's actually the King of Spring, which is King of Wands energy. This is innovative, inspiring, wise, theatrical. Could be in the recent past a financial windfall, or you just taking leadership. Your skills are needed now. There's an unexpected supporter of your cause. Okay, this happened in the recent past, can be at any given time. Okay, you love business, or particularly you could be an entrepreneur or a self starter, Leo. Um, Maybe you respond to passion projects, daring ideas. This is somebody that is okay. So you may have an unexpected supporter of your cause here, Leo, or this is your energy. Okay, you're not. There's some kind of project I'm picking up on here. All right. You're looking at how some type of plan could possibly further your own goals. All right. Help you engage in your passion, use your energy, your resources, um, getting more excited about things, getting excited about life. You don't really like emotional, um, how do I want to put it? You love passion projects, passion, and stuff like that, but you don't really like emotional pleas. Like, if somebody's, emotionally arguing or whatever, it's like you don't like excruciatingly reasoned bottom lines. Somebody has to, for you to put an idea or a project into action, somebody needs to spark your interest, okay? In the past, somebody needed to be creative to have your attention, okay? Your attention could be short lived, is what I'm trying to say. Um, in any kind of a project, passion project, anything of that sort, if it doesn't interest you or involve you in some type of way, I mean, it can't be shallow. So that you're pretty innovative. You like to keep things moving. So in the past, you know, that's the energy that you were in. So basically, what you're saying is excite me, you know, give me something to get excited about. Right, Leo? All right. So in the main energy presently, we have the Six of Pentacles. All right. Presently, you're looking for an equal give and take. So what you're doing here is looking at perhaps if you do something good, you know, for someone, that good's going to come back to you. All right. Presently, you could have some type of unexpected inflow of money, or you could be borrowing money wisely, or you could be repaying a debt or paying off some debt, something to that nature. Okay. Which is really good. So, in the recent past, you got pretty inspired, about this equal give and take, about this sharing the wealth, about this inflow of money, about and this got your attention. That's got your attention in the recent past, so you feel like, wow, finally everything that, I've been doing is coming on back, um, which is a good thing. So if you've invested in something, you're going to see a return on those investments. Or if you've invested in someone, you're going to see that reciprocated. All right. Um, what you give is what you get. If you put in effort, you're going to get effort out of it. Okay. But this is twice you've had, a passion for some type of money or being a financial windfall of some sort. In the near future, you have the Lovers. Okay, so this is a divinely guided um, love between two people. In this card, it depicts a marriage. Okay, very nice. True love is on the board here. This is a major arcana. This is that long lasting type of love. Also, this is a choice made from the heart. And this is going to return you to feeling good about yourself again. Um, Good health, a good healthy connection, a good healthy relationship. So I'm not sure. I mean, we got logic and we have lust, and we have a choice made. We have a windfall, well, a equal give and take coming through, um, and we have being passionate about something over here. Now, at the bottom of the deck, it's very interesting that now, due to this, you are planning your next steps with an eye to the long term. Okay. Looking at long term, trying to have patience, saying or seeing that there are more good things to come. And you feel, again, I said that, feeling satisfied at some type of a job well done here. That you've done something good and now you're going to see that good come back to you. All right, underneath that we have the Strength card, which is your card, Leo. Um, so this is grace, inner strength, overcoming challenges, kindness, forgiveness, just embracing how truly wonderful you are. Okay, and you want to plan your next steps too, with an eye to the long term. Okay, so I don't know what that has to do with this lust and the logic. So we're going to clarify and find out what's going on here with these. I feel like with the High Priestess of Air, this is that inspiration over here. This is that spark of an interest. This is that passion project, that's really starting to, come in. The lust and everything is your, I don't know, between the Lovers and the, I don't know, maybe it's all consuming right now. I'm not sure what to make of the lust. True love that's long lasting and lust. Almost picking up two different situations here, as much as I hate to say it. That looks like some type of interference to me. Lingering. Okay? Or you could just have a lust for money and this passion project, and it's all consuming. Anyway, I'm going to clarify. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so we have the full moon here, which is completion. Okay? Whatever these plans are, the whatever you're having patience for, whatever was hidden, you're going to plan your next steps with an eye to the long term now. With that, there's some type of wake-up call that happened here with this lust energy. So maybe you realized, that this lust over here, this lust energy was all consuming and it was just consuming you. And now with the High Priestess of Air, using this logical thinking, whatever it is that you're thinking about doing or working on, there's some type of celebration coming with that. You're happy about it, whatever this is. And you're celebrating it because you're using your head. But you got a wake-up call over here with this lust energy. I don't know what that is. I'll clarify that later. With the Lovers, I think in the near future, something is submerged. These emotions are very, very ice cold in the near future. Something is cold, gone cold. Due to the Lovers, due to true love, maybe it's this lust that is going to get submerged, or it's some type of wake-up call over here, something regarding the Lovers, something regarding this true love. Something is submerged there, something is cold. All right. We do have a soulmate here with this equal give and take, okay? Whatever this is that you've done great, this inflow of money, borrowing money. You know, this is soulmate energy. This is very good uh, looking over land, property, lush green. Could be around springtime, summer. Um, the sun is very enlightening about this soulmate. Something is very, very enlightening, or these two have become enlightened about something. Hmm. It's definitely two people here. And the equal give and take working together with a soulmate here. With this unexpected inflow of money. All right. And this passion project here, this financial windfall, this whoever this unexpected supporter is here. Maybe you didn't expect this person to support you in the past, and now they're putting things in a new perspective. Okay? They're seeing the light in the dark. Maybe he had no direction, or maybe you, Leo, your energy. Maybe there was no direction, and now everything's starting to come into perspective. Or somebody's spinning a new perspective. Unexpected supporter. Maybe you didn't expect this person to do something that you wanted to do, but now that there is equal give and take between these soulmates in the near future, there's a true love that's long lasting. It may have been on ice, it may have been submerged, it may have gone cold, but this is a return to good health. I'd really like to see the sun, or something enlightening, something very warm pop out on this near future energy, because we got something to celebrate about. Something that took some logical thinking, some kind of planning over there. This lust over here was just a wake up call. Somebody had a wake up call on whatever this lust energy was over here, or is over here. And they brought this to a completion. And look at it, it almost mirrors the perspective. Okay, here's that light in the dark. Here's the light in the dark. I feel like this is just more perspective energy, having to do with you planning the next steps of your life, with an eye to the long term goals, having patience and knowing that, oh my God, finally there's good news, or there's great things to come, and having some type of satisfaction from a job well done here. So whatever, congratulations on a job well done. There's cause for celebration twice. I mean, that's celebration and that's celebration, and it's definitely for you, Leo, keeping that strength. Okay, so give me a minute, and I'm going to go ahead and use some tarot to clarify these oracles quick, and I'll be right back with you. Again, Leo, we pulled the Three of Pentacles for this celebration and dance, okay? So we definitely, I love this card, we definitely have inspired creativity, a great plan, okay? Killer skills coming together. Whatever this is, the result's going to be pretty amazing. All right? You could be working with a group, you could be working on your own. You have everything needed to make something of value, accomplishing things all the time, but this time, oh no, this is something special. All right? This thing, whatever you're working on, it really has the potential to be, because of, we have a logical thinker. You thought this through. There's this celebration and the Three of Pentacles. You know what I mean? So it really has the potential to be worth far more than what you dreamed. This is your idea that's going to be completed. Satisfaction. I mean, and we have it, satisfaction over here from a job well done. All right. And it's all great on this Leo energy. So it's really, something pretty fantastic, special to you anyway. Whatever that might be. We pulled some really decent energy over here. Um, Let me check this out real quick. I had something to look at. Okay, gotcha. So with this Sunat over here, with this lust and this wake up call, now we have an Ace of Pentacles. All right. This is like being given a blank check. All right. This Ace of Pentacles says that you can manifest your desires in your life, Leo. Oh, yeah. Lucky, right? Luck. This one is the jackpot, though. All right. You can plant this seed and tend it well. Or maybe that is your wake up call. You've planted the seed, you've tended it well, and you're going to find everything that you need now to achieve your goal. So you've had a wake up call here. That lust energy, all consuming. I do believe that could be evolving or revolving around pentacles, okay, around money. I just have to throw that out there because that's all that's coming up here. It's not necessarily a person, it's just an idea, an inspired idea, a wake up call, eureka, that kind of thing. However, we do have something ending twice here. Full moon completion with the Ten of Swords. Ouch. Okay, so something hidden in the dark slowly started coming to the light. Could be that wake up call. And there is a very, very powerful ending here. The thing about the Ten of Swords, though, is when something ends, generally something new is, beginning or transpiring here. Something is coming back here in the card. If you look back in there, there's that light dawning now. Okay, and this person is down here with all these swords and a lot of pain. All right, something hurt very, very, very bad. All right, and it's completion. It's done. It came to light. It's coming to light. It was something hidden in the dark. This is a powerful weapon, a warning. Okay, use it carefully. All right. Something happened here that was hidden in the dark. It created a hell of a mess. All right, a big mess. You could be having a lot of crazy self-talk, right? You could be arguing a lot with someone. Somebody could be really, really argumentative, but there's a lot of daggers coming at you, okay? They're very skilled at arguing with you. There's no winning here with this person. It would just, whatever the wake up call, it's just better to walk away, okay? It's better to let it go, start over. All right, the light in this card, there's a sunset and a sunrise. That's pretty much showing you that another aspect of the ending here, whatever's ending that's hidden in the dark is complete. Okay? So a new beginning can form. That's not saying it didn't hurt. There's a lot of ouch, you know? Hey, that hurt. Hey, that hurt. How many times do you have to say this freaking hurt? All right? But whatever that is, that's complete so something new can begin. And now you're planning your next steps with your eye to the long term, right? All right, you're having patience. You know that there's a lot more good things to come now, right? And you're having some type of satisfaction from a job well done. So, what happened here? I think that the lovers here, this was, it is cold, okay? It's cold, it's submerged. This true love is just submerged, okay? But the conflict is coming to an end. All right, you're going to be putting an end to all this conflict. All right, so that the lovers can emerge, I think. And somebody is just feeling really stuck like Chuck. They can come right on up out of this if they want to, but they're not. So somebody is keeping themselves stuck in the future due to this conflict, that because this lover's dynamic is cold. This is also another cold energy. Okay, so somebody is feeling really stuck from all these sorts surrounding them. These are a lot of truth swords. Okay, so they're blindfolded, feeling trapped, feeling stuck, putting an end to the conflict. And this true love is cold in the near future. Ending the conflict. So, let me think about that for a minute. Okay, I really want to look at that a little deeper here when I get to the native heart. I want to use the native heart for that particular. I'm a little put off with that. All right. Somebody feeling really stuck. You know, unless this was that choice between two, or the choice to marry, or the choice to, but this is a divine union. So somebody is feeling trapped. So conflict is ended. Somebody's feeling stuck over some sort of conflict that's ended, or that's ending. I think that this relationship in the near future has gone kind of cold. We have the Emperor energy here on the soulmate, the childhood, the innocence, this soulmate energy, well, I don't know. It's looking like I might be talking to a male Leo. This is Aries energy here too. All right. Of course, here presently you're looking at stability and structure, okay? Authority, leadership, power, control, protection, boss energy, right? With the High Priestess of Air, logic, confidence. This is kind of rigid, though, for soulmate energy, right? So, maybe you wished you had been paying more attention to the soulmate energy. Huh. Whatever that brought you is, I don't know. I just feel like with this soulmate, that's why this is cold over here in the near future. You seem to be more concerned about the power, the control, the leadership, rather than the actual connection in the near future. And it feels cold. But you're coming out of conflict, but still feeling trapped by a lot of truth. Something's got you feeling stuck in the near future when it comes to this lover's energy. Not quite sure what that is for you there, Leo. We're going to find out. I think maybe. Hmm. You can't be a free spirit all the time, that's not advisable. But, I mean, you're looking at life with responsibilities, okay? Um, rules, policies, organization. I mean, you want to do these things so that you can enjoy the things that you love, right? This is who you have to be in order to enjoy the things you love. I get it. Planning ahead, maybe through the winter. You don't want to starve through early spring, okay, when the fruits and the berries and all the fruits of your labors start to appear, right? Don't be greedy. Don't be a hoarder. Be smart. Make sure you're managing your resources properly. Oh my gosh. Okay, somebody is really, really trying to decide what to do with some type of money that they've got coming in. And in the near future, this connection is getting cold because I think somebody is just feeling stuck in some type of conflict. And it could be, surrounding the logic of it all. That song by I hate to say this, really, I do. It really is coming to mind. The song by Hunter Hayes, Wanted. It says, "Put away the math and the logic of it. You got to know you're wanted too, right?" I think somebody is really in their emperor energy, which is not really a bad thing. Your emperor's here, Leo. But, this is almost rigid and really focused on presently. And that could be why we're iced over here. The relationship feels cold. But I want to find out what this coming out of conflict and feeling stuck is about. Stuck in the energy of coming out of some kind of conflict. You can release it. You can get right out of them bonds. You feel bound and stuck and trapped after this conflict. And we got the lovers. I mean, it's clarifying that this is true love, but something feels cold and stuck after some type of conflict here in the near future. So be aware that there could be a conflict coming in. All right? Just saying. Let's look here at the recent past. We have, of course, again, this Three of Wands with this perspective with the King of Wands. All right? All right. So the perspective, you know, you basically wanted something that would be basically waiting for your ships to come in, something coming to you, right? Maybe you've been waiting excitedly or impatiently for something to arrive here in the recent past. I mean, you couldn't wait to see it. You couldn't wait to find out, if this reality is going to live up to your expectations, right? Uh, you it looks like you might have made some type of decision to take some action that was necessary. Now you're waiting to see the results here in the recent past. That could have something to do with this money coming in, okay? This new perspective, right? Um, Lucky thing is um, this is on the horizon for you. You can see it coming in, right? You're watching for it. It is on the horizon. So in the recent past, you know, you're nearly there. You just need to keep watching in case you have to sign for something, right? Maybe you got to sign some kind of documents here in the recent past. All right. Um, Maybe you need to direct it so it can arrive safe. You know, this is like absolutely waiting for your ships to come in. So something that you did or put forth an effort toward here in the recent past, you're waiting to see the results on that. All right. And that conclusion to come to your doorstep. The overall energy that we have on here is the Ace of Cups. All right. That's really good energy that we're looking at here. That's what I'm talking about. You know, you got to come out of that uh, real rigid emperor type of rigid, and I just keep getting that rigid energy with the emperor here, over here in the present. All right, because we have an Ace of Cups, we have a new beginning in love, or this is, I mean, for me, the Ace of Cups is like giving a full overflowing chalice of like a magic potion, okay? In this card, for me, like whatever's ailing you, God will give it to you, right? My mom used to say that all the time. Yeah, whatever ails you, God will give it to you. You know, this brings love, grace, raw emotion. It's going to smooth out those raw emotional edges for you a little bit and quit making you be so rigid. It could have something to do with whatever this is coming in. You know, you've been wanting this so bad that everything else has gone cold around it, right? And you haven't been able to, so you got to smooth out those rough edges, okay? And let these emotions kind of run over you, all right? This is going to wash away all that sediment that's been holding you back from loving, right? And living with a full heart. I'd love to end the reading right here, Leo. I really would. Okay, because underneath of that, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Yes, indeed. So, you're just going to start washing away all the yuck, all right, that's been holding you back from love. That's what I said. Something grew cold due to this whole thing. Maybe you got sunk in some type of a financial strain and you haven't been able to see your way out of it or see your way clear. And maybe you've come up with a plan to do that, but you're so focused on that with this soulmate and all this equal give and take, you know, that we got to warm up a little bit, soften these edges out, and not, you know, and come out of this conflict. You could have been fighting or arguing. Could have been really painful because you couldn't see a way out of this situation, right? Um, you had some kind of a wake up call around that lust energy, and this is something powerful that's going to put an end to that and start something up, you know, new for you here. And it's something worth celebrating. You've got a celebration written all over this reading. So I would say start celebrating, Leo. I'm going to get very little more clarity here. I want to get a star seed and I want to get angel answers. I also want to get a native heart oracle for this whole entire read. I like how this is right now. I don't want it to get messed up, and then we can progress more um, later. And if we need to do an extended, we'll do that. All right, so give me just a minute and I'm going to get these oracles and stuff ready for you. Hold on. Leo, matters not what I say or do. We definitely have the universe that wishes to decide how long my reading's going to be. So, whatever it is with this logical thinking, the celebration, the double celebration over here, um, we have loosen your grip. Yeah, I got the Emperor here. I was just saying somebody's rigid. Loosen your grip. Coping mechanisms, density, addiction. Let God in. The earth is pulsing, so we have pulsive mother. Slow down. Take some time in nature. That could be all this, celebration energy over here. Slow down. Figure out your next steps. Light body, crystal grid, transmission, and activation. So something's definitely activating over here for you. With this lust energy, that wake up call, um, forge, don't follow, pave a new path, and be the leader that you wish you had. And it looks like you are here with the Emperor energy, right? Fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites and the extremes of life are here. All right, surrounding all of that. So, what else do we have with this painful ending, new beginning, this completion, coming out of the dark into light? Actually seeing the light in the situation through the darkness, planning your next steps with an eye to the long term, having patience, knowing that there are more good things to come for you now, Leo, and you're really satisfied with whatever you've done here, a job well done for you. You're going to water your garden, you're going to do body care, you're going to have tenderness, you're going to rest, right? You'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings coming in for you, okay? That's beautiful energy. Child of the cosmos, this intelligence of the universe, okay? This lies within you. That's what all this celebration is about. Because with that high priestess of air energy over there, you're definitely using and integrating your intelligence to pull out of this painful situation that you were in and feeling very betrayed and stabbed in the back, finally seeing the light through the dark, you know, resting and planning your next steps and all this stuff, with the lovers here, this cold energy after, there was this conflict, this feeling stuck, this coldness around my lovers here, around this true love that's coming in the near future when this conflict is over with, you know, stop, embrace winter, okay? The void. And that's all of this perspective. See it slowly coming in. And there's that light getting darker and darker. See that? All right. You're lifting the veil in the near future. You're questioning everything, as you should. Anything unaligned must go. That's why there's all this cold energy here. I don't know what it had to do with this, but that's got to go. All right? We have protection, loyalty, safety, trust with the lovers. Whatever that conflict is that you ended, it made the relationship turn cold before you ended it. It made everything just feel stuck, okay? So we have to release that energy, end the conflict, and release that feeling stuck, trapped, holding back energy so that the love, the true love, can emerge, right? Protection, loyalty, safety, trust, all the things that the lovers, true love, long lasting, and marriage and all that commitment really does embody. You're not alone, okay? So, although there may be some isolation in the near future, there is a physical connection in the community, okay? And You have soul memories with the soulmate here and gifts coming in the near future. Okay? You've done this before. All right? And I do see a portal there with a lot of emotion. Almost looks like that Ace of Cups, right? Look at that up there in the picture. Look at that, all that emotion spilling. Look at that. That's beautiful energy. I love that. Soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. So I believe that this is someone that you are really, you fell in love before, and I feel like in the near future we're falling in love again. Got to get this person back to being your soulmate, not of this rigid energy. But they are taking on, or you are taking on a very harsh, rigid stance in a leadership role, being that powerful emperor. And we need that, okay? Those leadership skills are needed. They need to take control of their life here in the present, all right? And practice this equal give and take with a soulmate, okay? Maybe you're not for everyone, but embrace your weirdness, okay? And face your true north. Never stop being who you are, okay? It is happening, so keep holding the vision. There's a portal here. So presently, doors are opening for you. You decide. There's rewards, but there's also a wild card. There's all this big picture thinking, visionary and inspired ideas. Maybe you're going to use something with this equal give and take to all this inspiration, and you're going to come out of feeling stuck and conflicted and cold. This is your passion project here, Leo. And you're taking the lead on this. You're very serious about it, but you also have the love. All right? So, when even in codependency, all right, that's the lovers, that's two people together, that is a codependent relationship, okay? There are still boundaries here, okay? So, you're going to be setting some boundaries. Amazing energy. So, with this, in the recent past, in this perspective, and waiting for your ships to come in, Leo, this unexpected supporter of your cause, this King of Wands, could be coming into being this Emperor in the present, your soulmate, and practicing equal give and take now with you. Okay? The reason for that is they had some Mars energy come in, and there was this anger and conflict, okay? But there was also a great severing of all that anger and conflict, okay, in that Mars energy. So they severed that anger, that conflict, and they began to soften to the love. Okay, so softening to love. All right, so clarifying the Ace of Cups is the blue flame. Hearing that song, I Will Be the Flame by Cheap Trick. There is a spontaneous awakening here with the Ace of Cups. There's an activation. It is integration time toward this love and these inspired ideas and these gifts and everything that you've got coming in, lifting the veil on the void and everything else. Everything is truly coming into play, coming into perspective, okay? Putting everything in new perspective. This is wonderful energy. I'm going to be finishing you up here in just a few minutes. Hold on. Leo, as I stated here in the present energy, you definitely have a guy, okay? This is crazy. This Emperor energy, focused on money, Pentacle, all right? This guy loves anything to do with increasing resources and efficiency, all right? Maybe his weakness is caution. He moves really slow. It's like the slowest moving knight in the deck. All right, he fears risk. He also fears loss more than anything else. But the good thing is we have this leadership up here, the Emperor energy. So he's taking the risk, okay? He stepped into his Emperor energy. All right, you could be sitting here in this Queen of Cups reversed. All right. This is you. You're not really thriving on. You're not feeling the love. I'm telling you. All right. You thrive on deep personal relationships, and you're not feeling that right now. Okay. You're usually really emotionally involved or invested in your friends, in your health, in what you feel, your senses, you're intuitive almost always, but you're just not feeling that right now in this situation. So the emotions are out of this right now. You've taken your emotions out of it and you put yourself in that logical way of thinking. All right? It's kind of, you're generally like supportive and helpful, but right now you're focused on this Knight of Pentacles, and you're wanting to know, I feel like you're not feeling the love for this person because they're so focused, on the Pentacles. But in the recent past, okay, when he was in that King of Wands energy, all right, he was severing something, putting new things into perspective, waiting for his ships to come in, all right? He put an end to this anger and conflict. And remember, he softened to the love. And we got, on top of softening to love, the Ace of Cups. That's amazing. It's great. So he's softening to love here in the recent past, focusing on getting everything straightened out here. And let me tell you, your relationship has been through it. Wounded warrior, whatever you've been through, in the near future, you're going to feel just like that. Like you have been through it. Okay? You've done this before. All right, you've been through some kind of battle. Okay, or you're going through some type of battle, or you got some type of battle coming up. But conflict is ending. This relationship is cold. And feeling stuck and trapped. With that Ace of Cups, softening the edges of love, somebody is coming out of some pretty deep regret, heartache, heartbreak, betrayal. Somebody did this to someone here. Whether he did it to you, okay, but it's over. The heartbreak is over. Those swords are going to fall out of your heart. All right? And you are, in the near future, coming out of battle feeling like this, the wounded warrior. But you're still standing, Leo. You're still standing. Right? Much to be proud of, much to be satisfied about, much to be grateful for, and no more anger and conflict and softening to the love here. In the recent past, somebody made a choice to do that. Now we just got to get this relationship in the near future back on track after all this conflict becomes warming it up, okay? All right, I'm going to get the Native Heart Oracle one and an angel answer for you, and we're going to wrap it up. All right, Leo, overall for your reading is we have an opportunity, okay? We have an opportunity. Recurring themes. We have an opportunity to let go of unhelpful beliefs, breaking a habit, and recurring themes. Okay? So we have the opportunity to break a habit and let go of unhelpful beliefs and recurring themes. We also have Let me look up the page real quick for the self-focus, which is pretty self-explanatory, but I'm going to give you a quick view. All right. We also have that the situation is going to improve. The situation will improve. So we have a consensual relationship that's going to improve. You're going to honor your needs. That's going to improve. And you're going to say yes. We may have an offer. Say yes, Leo. Guys, this is the best reading I've had for you in a very long time. And I'm glad it didn't take a southern dive. All right. Keep that energy flowing and alive, guys. Take care of you. Until next time, namaste, my friends. Love and light. Take care. Bye for now.